Howdy, folks. Let's ride back to 1993 with the iconic cast of Tombstone, the Western that gave us unforgettable lines and epic showdowns. Join us as we catch up with those legendary stars and see where they are now in 2025. In 1993, Kurt Russell, age 42, delivered a powerhouse performance as Wyatt Earp in Tombstone. His steely gaze and commanding presence made the lawman a Western icon, driving the story toward the OK Corral showdown. Russell's authentic grit and iconic mustache stole scenes. Interesting fact, behind the scenes, Russell stepped up as an uncredited director, guiding the film through production chaos to ensure its vision stayed true. At age 74, Kurt Russell remains a Hollywood heavyweight. He's starring in Monarch, Legacy of Monsters Season 2, acting alongside son Wyatt Russell. From action to drama, his rugged charm and relentless energy keep him a beloved figure in film. In 1993, Val Kilmer, age 33, stole the show as Doc Holliday in Tombstone. His sly grin and sharp delivery of lines like "I'm your Huckleberry" made the tubercular gunslinger unforgettable. Kilmer's magnetic charm shone through every tense showdown. Interesting fact, Kilmer studied the real Holliday's mannerisms, even learning to twirl a cup like a pistol for authenticity. Val Kilmer passed away on April 1st, 2025, at age 65. The cause of death was pneumonia, as confirmed by his daughter, Mercedes Kilmer. Despite a battle with throat cancer that impacted his voice, Kilmer's legacy endures through his unforgettable roles and inspiring resilience. In 1993, Sam Elliott, age 49, brought rugged authority to Virgil Earp in Tombstone. His deep voice and weathered presence grounded the Earp brothers' fight against the Clantons. Elliott's portrayal radiated quiet strength and loyalty. Interesting fact, Elliott's iconic mustache wasn't just for show, he's a real-life cowboy who's ridden horses since childhood, adding authenticity to his roles. At age 80, Sam Elliott remains a Western legend. He's set to star in a new Yellowstone prequel series, continuing his reign as a cowboy icon. With voice work in animated projects and ongoing film roles, Elliott's gravelly charm keeps captivating audiences. In 1993, Bill Paxton, age 38, played Morgan Earp in Tombstone with youthful energy and heart. As Wyatt's loyal younger brother, his earnest performance added emotional weight to the Earp family's saga. Paxton's charisma shone in intense shootouts. Interesting fact, Paxton was a history buff who dove into research, ensuring his portrayal of Morgan captured the real figure's spirit. Bill Paxton passed away on February 25, 2017, at age 61 due to complications from heart surgery. His vibrant career, from Twister to Big Love, left a lasting mark. Fans still celebrate his warmth and versatility in every role. In 1993, Powers Boothe, age 45, brought menace to Curly Bill Brocius in Tombstone. As the ruthless leader of the Clanton gang, his sly grin and commanding presence made every scene crackle with tension. Boothe's chilling performance was unforgettable. Interesting fact, Boothe won an Emmy for playing Jim Jones in a 1980 TV movie, showcasing his knack for intense, villainous roles. Powers Boothe passed away on May 14, 2017, at age 68, from a heart attack linked to pancreatic cancer. His commanding roles in Deadwood and Sin City cemented his legacy as a powerhouse actor. In 1993, Michael Biehn, age 37, portrayed Johnny Ringo in Tombstone with brooding intensity. As the volatile, educated outlaw, his clashes with Doc Holliday crackled with menace. Biehn's sharp edge made Ringo a standout villain. Interesting fact, Biehn improvised Ringo's Latin duel with Holliday, showcasing his quick wit and adding depth to their rivalry. At age 68, Michael Biehn remains active in sci-fi and action. He's slated for a role in a new indie thriller and voices characters in video games. A cult favorite from Terminator and Aliens, Biehn's gritty charm keeps fans hooked. In 1993, Charlton Heston, age 70, played Henry Hooker in Tombstone with commanding gravitas. As the rancher aiding the Earps, his brief but powerful role added weight to the story. Heston's iconic presence elevated every scene. Interesting fact, a Hollywood legend from Ben-Hur and the Ten Commandments, Heston insisted on riding his own horse in Tombstone to keep his performance authentic. Charlton Heston passed away on April 5, 2008, at age 84, from complications related to Alzheimer's disease. His towering career, spanning epics and westerns, left an indelible mark on cinema history. In 1993, Jason Priestley, age 24, played Billy Breckenridge in Tombstone. As the young, conflicted deputy, he brought a fresh-faced charm to the gritty western, holding his own among heavyweights. Priestley's role added a touch of vulnerability. Interesting fact, best known for Beverly Hills 90210, Priestley took the Tombstone role to break from his heartthrob image, training intensely to nail the period authenticity. At age 55, Jason Priestley stays busy. He's directing episodes of TV dramas like Chicago Fire and starring in the Canadian series Wild Cards. His shift to directing and producing keeps his career dynamic and thriving. In 1993, John Tenney, age 31, portrayed John Biehn in Tombstone. As the scheming, corrupt sheriff allied with the Clantons, his smarmy charm made Biehn a perfect foil for the Earps. Tenney's subtle intensity stood out. Interesting fact, Tenney prepared for the role by studying historical accounts of Biehn, aiming to capture the real figure's opportunistic streak. At age 63, John Tenney remains a steady presence on screen. He's appearing in guest roles on shows like FBI and recently wrapped a part in an indie drama. Known for The Closer, Tenney's versatile acting keeps him in demand. In 1993, Stephen Lang, age 41, brought volatile energy to Ike Clanton in Tombstone. As the hot-headed outlaw, his wild rants and cowardly swagger made Ike a memorable antagonist. Lang's fierce performance crackled with intensity. Interesting fact, Lang, a trained stage actor, drew on Shakespearean villains to shape Ike's unhinged, larger-than-life personality. At age 72, Stephen Lang is thriving. He's reprising his role as Colonel Quaritch in Avatar 3 and starring in the horror flick V/H/S/Beyond. Known for his chiseled physique and commanding presence, Lang remains a force in film and theater. In 1993, Thomas Hayden Church, age 33, played Billy Clanton in Tombstone. As the brash young outlaw, his reckless energy fueled the Clanton gang's defiance against the Earps. Church's raw intensity left a mark. Interesting fact, Church was relatively unknown then, but his role in Tombstone caught the eye of casting directors, launching his diverse career. At age 64, Thomas Hayden Church keeps shining. He's set to star in a new comedy series and recently voiced a character in an animated film. From Sideways to Spider-Man 3, his versatile talent continues to captivate audiences. In 1993, Dana Delany, age 37, portrayed Josephine Marcus in Tombstone. As Wyatt Earp's spirited love interest, her elegance and fiery charm brought depth to the Western's romantic arc. Delany's grace lit up the screen. Interesting fact, Delany researched the real Josephine's adventurous life as a performer, adding authenticity to her vibrant portrayal. At age 69, Dana Delany remains captivating. She's starring in a new drama series, The Mayfair Witches, and advocates for women's health causes. Known for China Beach and Desperate Housewives, Delany's talent and poise keep her a beloved figure. In 1993, Paula Malcolmson, age 23, played Allie Earp in Tombstone. As Virgil's devoted wife, her quiet strength and emotional depth added heart to the Earp family story. Malcolmson's subtle performance stood out. Interesting fact, Tombstone was one of Malcolmson's first major roles, and she learned period-appropriate mannerisms to bring authenticity to Allie's frontier life. At age 55, Paula Malcolmson remains a compelling actress. She's appearing in a new sci-fi series and recently starred in the indie drama Redemption. Known for Deadwood and Ray Donovan, her nuanced performances continue to resonate with audiences. In 1993, Lisa Collins, age 29, portrayed Louisa Earp in Tombstone. As Morgan's loving wife, her tender performance brought warmth to the Earp family's struggles, shining in quieter moments. Collins' sincerity grounded the role. Interesting fact, Collins was married to Tombstone co-star Billy Zane at the time, and their real-life chemistry helped her connect with the cast. At age 61, Lisa Collins has largely stepped back from acting. She focuses on family and supports charitable causes, occasionally attending fan conventions for Tombstone. Her brief but memorable role remains a cherished part of the film's legacy. In 1993, Dana Wheeler Nicholson, age 33, played Maddie Blaylock in Tombstone. As Wyatt Earp's troubled common-law wife, her haunting portrayal of addiction and heartbreak added depth to the story. Wheeler Nicholson's quiet intensity resonated. Interesting fact, a descendant of a Revolutionary War hero, she brought a sense of historical gravitas to her frontier role. At age 64, Dana Wheeler Nicholson remains active. She's appearing in guest roles on shows like Law and Order, SVU, and recently joined an indie film. Known for Fletch and Nashville, her versatile career continues to charm audiences. In 1993, Joanna Pacula, age 35, played Kate in Tombstone. As Doc Holliday's fiery lover, her bold chemistry with Val Kilmer added spice to the Western's drama. Pacula's exotic allure shone through. Interesting fact, a Polish émigré, Pacula modeled for Vogue before acting, bringing a worldly edge to Kate. At age 67, Joanna Pacula keeps a low profile. She's taken on smaller roles, like in the 2020 thriller Break Even, and focuses on personal projects in Southern California. Known for Gorky Park and Virus, her enigmatic presence still captivates fans of her classic roles. In 1993, Michael Rooker, age 38, played Sherman McMasters in Tombstone. As a former outlaw turned up ally, his rugged intensity and loyalty added grit to the OK Corral fight. Rooker's steely presence stood out. Interesting fact, Rooker trained with real firearms to nail McMaster's gunslinger vibe, impressing the cast with his focus. At age 70, Michael Rooker remains a fan favorite. He's reprising Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy spin-offs and joined the horror series from. Known for The Walking Dead and Henry, portrait of a serial killer, Rooker's raw energy keeps him thriving. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.